Or before we start, I'll tell you the break.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Natural Wonders, episode 53 tonight. I'm your game master as always, Mitch, or Lambert Rain, whatever you want to call me. Joined by my usual friends here on screen, bar one. Jamie is unavailable today as his partner has a bit of surgery and he's there looking after them. Alright, we're going to go around and do our regular shout outs as we would do every other week. I don't know why. Sometimes, yeah, you try and say normal things and then it's just like, nah, mate, that ain't happening. Know what I mean?
The parasite in your throat starts gurgling and gargling, and
yeah. Well, let's do our shout outs for the evening. Let's Jay, I've been informed that you have a shout out for us, or maybe like 2 shout outs perhaps. I'm not sure.
He's not
So
from Jay.
It
It is Things Like Storm who brings you this shout out. Your new favorite furball, who is going to bring in a new audience soon, hopefully. We are 3020. Come join us. Come. We need new audience base, especially one of a certain kind, where Things Like Storm, will be your favorite.
Are you trying to do some targeted marketing right now?
Targeted marketing, yeah. Anyway, yeah, day 20, we play Sundays. Come on down, come on, please.
When we hit 300 followers, Jay's going to play a session in his fursuit.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's this Sunday.
Clip it, mate.
Oh,
34 degrees.
So check out the 3020
30,
Patreon to fund that.
Fun that, yeah. My link tree is coming
I
soon.
may have to make a couple of hundred. New
Yeah, I would
Twitch
love
accounts.
to see your
Okay,
budget
in
for
time for
soon.
Sunday.
I'd
my
love to see it.
my persona. Anyway, yeah,
Well,
but
thank
this
you very much
Sam.
for that, Jay. Do you want to also mention your personal channel that you stream on occasionally?
Oh yeah, sometimes Scoom and Coom on Scoom. No, not Scoom, Muckwood. Do a little games there. Do a few video games or video James as dubbed, since my full name is James Jala
The lore
Juzana.
continues.
Yeah, come on. I play Grift, Ken, and some other game. I can't remember the name of it.
Who's Ken?
Kenshi,
I
Grifflands.
played and some other game, maybe
There
a bit
was
of
another
Fallout.
game, yeah, but I don't
There
know what it
was.
was.
Yeah, Ken.
All right, thanks for that, Jay. Thanks for that, boy.
All right.
All right then. That concludes Jay's segment. Sam, let's tell us about your. Channel, sir.
Yeah. Sam JKP, twitch.tv/Sam JKP. It's also Sam JKP on YouTube. URL, I don't know what it is for YouTube. But yeah, I play a lot of Pokemon, Legends Arceus, a little bit of Faz as well. I'm looking at some other games to play on stream as well. Kind of figuring out maybe some different games I might play. But if you like Pokemon, for sure, check out
I
my
see
channel.
you were doing some Pokemon trading card game last.
Yeah, I've been opening some packs as well. So yeah, if you like trading card games.
Lovely, thank you very much, Sam Moore. Dino, take it away, boy.
Yep, the Paymaster98 on Twitch and YouTube. Plenty of Pokemon stuff. Haven't streamed for a while. Finishing up the school year in a couple of weeks, so hopefully bringing back.
Love that.
That's
Also, Jamie, who isn't here this evening, has a channel. He's a bit of an F1 boy, so go and check him out.
No, he's not here.
If you like that
He
stuff.
doesn't get a shout out.
I do stream sometimes, but not often. I haven't really been shouting out my own channel on streams recently because I just haven't. Look, last seen playing F1 2021. New game's been out for like a month. Well, no, it's been out for about a week. But yeah, it's been a while. But there you go. You can follow me if you want to support me and all that. There is also the Discord, which is the best place to stay in touch and up to date with all things Natural Wonders, as well as the Twitter, which are linked in the chat. Is there anything else anyone needs to say at this of time? No.
Let's
Yes.
just get this bread.
Let's get this bread off. Also, please bear with us. It is 30 degrees and humid in the United Kingdom, and we are not a country that was built with it being hot in mind at all. So, you know, we're all a bit sweaty and tired. So, please be forgiving. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll that intro, baby. Ooh.
Bring it out. I'm back for good.
Hello and welcome back. Last time on Natural Wonders, another session where my notes were just like, oh, big old battle happens. Like, another pretty crazy one. But I do have more notes than just train heist happens this time around.
Well, that was the last session.
No, what? Do you not remember last session at all? Okay, so the party successful in their train heist, or at least
Oh, yeah.
plan
No, I
getting
do
off
remember
about
it.
as many hitches as they had theorized. They are blockaded by an Imperial Star Destroyer, which immediately begins firing at the Crate Fang and Hondo's ship, which eventually perishes in the fray. Before this, however, Hondo detaches the loot from his magnet, leaving it drifting in space, and he himself jumps out of his airlock through space, expertly caught by the Crate Fang. The Star Destroyer, whilst continuing to fire at you, begins to deploy a squadron of TIE fighters to move in and put on the pressure. At the same time, you begin to notice the TIE fighters, which were chasing you from Hoth, have rejoined the fray. Things seem pretty dire. The odds were mightily stacked against you. But Kalal managed to reach out and get the sense that something would turn the tide of this battle. Something would happen to give you some hope. And the rebellion appeared. 2 large Sphere-class Hammerhead corvettes appeared to assist you, as well as a squadron of X-Wing fighters, a familiar squadron, the Azure Squadron, who have popped up in your adventure prior to this battle. The rebels distracted the bulk of the Imperial attention, allowing you to begin executing your escape plan. However, there was one last bump in the road. A familiar, foreboding ship was spotted on the battlefield, an Inquisitor vessel making its way silently towards the Crate Fang. Multiple life signs on board were detected. You were able to disable the ship, and finally, the threat was nullified. The hyperdrive was locked into a random destination, and Bip executed an extreme feat of the Force, pulling the large train of loot cars into hyperspace, along with the Crate Fang. And that is where we pick up this evening, as you guys all have a moment of just relief of escaping that scenario. The flashing blue and white lights of hyperspace in the cockpit and that low hum of the hyperdrive engine throughout the entire ship. If it wasn't for that, it would almost be a moment of silence here as you can all breathe. Bip, however, is locked in this meditative state. You can see those of you in the cockpit can see this immense focus that is required for him to be able to hold on to this object and essentially just anchor it to your ship through the Force. You don't know where you're headed, you don't know where you are, and you're all pretty beaten up. Destiny. I was like, wait, why does he just say the word destiny? Yes, that's where we shall roll. Destiny.
Oh.
One dark side, but Turk's on a bit of a dark side vein here.
Oh, yeah.
Light side for Zakian, dark side for Z.
I haven't got my sheet open. It crashed.
That's okay. You can roll yours in a moment if you need to.
There we go.
2 light side things.
Oh.
Okay. So what would you like to do, Crate Fang, as you currently sail through space at faster than light speeds in a direction unknown?
Is there any way that we actually check where we're going? Okay, I'm looking at the map here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the nav computer. You're heading in what would be, if we weren't in space, like a southwesterly direction on the map.
Okay.
If you look at your galactic map, just because that's like the easiest way to.
How long have we
communicate
been in hyperspace for at this point in time?
No longer than a few minutes, right? This is immediately after the
Okay.
battle.
Just check. We were at Hoth, yes, so okay.
So you would be heading towards the Endor cluster, away from the greater Yavin systems, away from Hoth, and in that kind of vague direction. Of course, there's a lot of empty space in between here, just complete backwater stars and mineral clusters.
We're headed to Endor, you say?
You're in that. That is the direction you would end up in if you carried on your current course. The Endor systems. I have the map open on my screen. I think. Sorry, Jay.
No worries.
I think I sent like an image with a line on it, showing you guys like which vague direction you were heading in.
Oh, you might have done, yeah.
But I'm not sure if I sent that or if I just made it. But if you have your map, if you look at Hoth, you're heading down and to the left in like a diagonal. So you would go past like Rayone, Trenwith, all systems that don't get much mention and are pretty backwater.
How about we look at some of these systems here, we jump here, then move off. Create a, jump between systems. We gotta get these stragglers off our tail.
Luckily, we are heading in the direction of some very quiet systems. Let's get the map up.
Remember, it's pinned in the group chat.
Yeah.
If you need the map, I'll also send the link for anyone watching. Doesn't hurt. Oh shoot, what's going on there? I'll send it in the campaign or the live game chat in the Discord. That is the galaxy as we know it.
As we know it. Alright. How about we go to one of these new ones here? Like, Sunkball, Rayun. And we, plot ourselves a bit further.
What was the second one you said?
Rayun.
I have never heard of that, so that would probably be a good option.
Alright. And I look around, is Hondo here?
Hondo is not in the cockpit with you, no. Last place you saw him, he was looking out of a viewing window on like the far side of the cargo deck where he like boarded the ship, and he was like saying a goodbye
To his ship.
to his ship.
Let's call Xerox in as well. Get him to meet us there.
Okay, I'll start plotting the course towards there on our like nav
Okay,
computer
so-
if I'm able to do that mid.
Yeah, I would say you're able to like enter the details of this new system from your map. Rayun. You have no idea what this planet, this system, if it even is a system or if it's just an astrological waypoint worth noting on a map. But the course is corrected.
I'll call up. I'll get Xerox up on the old telecom.
You send that long range comms to Xerox. The communications go out. No response, no answer.
Hopefully he's dead.
Hopefully, but it doesn't. He's just a mouthpiece. Flappy, scaly mouthpiece. I might have Zorm's contact. Let me just check. I think did Zorm give me his? He might have done during the whole Cyrilla thing. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah, because you contacted him to set up the exchange.
Yes.
You were out in the sort of sandy bit.
Yeah, I'll contact Zoram.
Send up the
Was,
communication.
was Xerox there in the fight?
You didn't see him.
Didn't see him, no. Might get captured though.
You send out comms to Xerox. Not Xerox, sorry, Zerum. No response.
It's not good.
Seems like your comm system isn't working like it should be.
Did you just flip
Yeah.
out?
Perhaps
Oh,
it
you-
was damaged by the Imperial Star Destroyer bolts that caught your vessel off guard.
Perhaps it wasn't.
Ow!
Sparks up at you as you smash it.
Whoa! Do you want to cause irreversible damage? Let me take a look
I'm-
at it.
Just sick of being hunted.
Can I have a look at it?
You can have a look at it. I mean, you see the spray of sparks from the system, which light up the room. You can tell it's certainly not perfectly working order. But you can go ahead and roll a mechanics or computers check to sort of just assess the damage and see what the problem might be. With your capabilities and the situation, I'll just make it a 2 difficulty check. Yeah, you immediately assess, you kind of get into the long range comm system and dig around and have a little look, and your transmitter beacon has fried. You're going to need a new one.
This isn't gonna get fixed.
What's wrong with it?
But the transmitter unit completely blown. Not got anything on board here.
Who blew it?
I mean,
What?
we were just attacked.
Oh,
Is it an easy part to source?
Maybe we just get a new long range transmitter.
Wherever we are going, maybe we get lucky.
Yeah, 'cause we've got so lucky in the past, haven't we?
It's got to turn at some point, right?
well, I'm gonna go. Yeah, to do things. Tug just kind of walks out.
I'm going to go to do things.
By the way, I healed one strain without advantage.
Yep, sure thing. Took leaves the room. Pass through the hallway. Took, you can just see Hondo with like one hand on the hollow table, just sitting on the sofa you guys have there, with his head just down, having a moment.
I'm gonna, like, while his head's down, I'm just gonna plop on the table 2 cylinders of spice. Now it's bad time than any.
Maybe if I was a few a dozen years younger. But this stuff does not get better with age.
Well, I don't know. Depends what platter you get it on.
Thank you for the offer, but I must decline.
Suit yourself. I just know if I lost an antique like that, I'd be drowning myself in spice.
Well, perhaps you have another vice on board.
Got droid.
A droid.
Not that kind of vice.
No, I just meant something strong. But
I
not
don't-
spice.
I don't think we got any booze.
Well, let's hope that whatever system we arrive in is a good one to shift the loot and buy some drinks.
I think we're going to Rangoon or something like that.
Rangoon. Rangoon.
Rayun, not Rangoon.
Rayun. Oh.
That's like that crustacean dish.
Oh, yes. Oh. Those big blue claw things. Rangoon,
Yeah.
Yes.
Blue claw Rangoons, yeah.
Yes, yes. Rayun. I've heard of it once or twice. A pretty desolate system. I don't think we'll be able to shift this there. However, it is a good lay low, a good hiding spot. I don't know what.
Well, that long range comms have been blown out apparently.
Oh,
It's not good, so we get in trouble. We're on our own.
that could be an issue. The atmosphere is pretty icky on Rayun. Not one we want to go walking around on, I don't believe.
So nowhere we can actually take a look at the inventory.
I'm sure we'll be able to do that, perhaps with some simple respirators.
Yeah, we ought to really get this on ship as soon as possible, because this ain't very foolproof. You know, I've seen the powers of the Force and all, you know, since having this one on board with me, but I don't know how much I trust that against, 250 men, armed cannon. A few shots of that, and that's falling out, and then we've done this for nothing.
You're right, yes. Well, we'll land and see what we can do. I noticed you picked up, and he points over towards the big speeder you guys stole. Another little toy, huh? A bit of bonus loot.
Yeah,
Good spot. Whoever did it.
I'm surprised you haven't seen what else we got on board.
I just assumed you would have kept that hidden.
Uh,
Is that just out in plain view?
did we hide it? I don't know if we hid it.
I don't know. I think we
I-
just put it in the engine room or something, right?
Huh. No, what are you referring to? I haven't noticed anything that's particularly interesting. You got a nice
Tell me.
inventory.
Come on, me.
He gets up.
I'm gonna take him to the mob cat.
You see his eyes light up with a little bit of passion again. Oh! Now they... You did not go back there.
No, of course I didn't. I got one like yours.
No. You cannot play
Yeah.
these tricks on me, Tuklash.
Clash could play these tricks on you. I like that speeder. You know, I always told you I'd win it in a game of Sabak if it was the last thing I did. And I didn't win it, so I went and got my own when I got enough credits.
Make a fucking deception check. Coercion, I suppose, is what we use for that, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it a hard check. Like, he knows his fucking bike. He knows it. I'm gonna make it 3 purple dice, because it's been a while, and it is in a pretty, you guys haven't really had the time
after
to
it.
get it fixed up.
Coercion, yeah?
Yeah, I believe, unless you got a better, like, deception roll.
Nah, I'd say I'll go for coercion. It's Took's way of doing it.
Yeah,
Ready?
I am. Well, the attention to detail. You even copied my livery exactly. The design on the side of the bike.
I told you I like yours. I've always liked the design.
Perhaps we can have a game of sabak for this one, huh?
Alright. Not yet, though. Wait, I want to get paid first.
Of course. Something else to wager against it. I must say, she's not looking in the best condition. Almost like she sat under rust and debris for many, many years. How odd.
How odd, you know. I wouldn't know. I've been back to what Flodham. Not been to that Flodham a long time.
You know, it's odd. I remember the end of Florum. There were lots of
Flodham, that's the name. I thought, I forgot about it so much. I thought it was called Flodham.
the separatists moved in with many droids, and one similar to the droid you have on board. In fact, what did you call them? Desi.
Desi, yeah, that's the pleasure bot we picked up.
Oh no, this is not a pleasure bot. I'm very familiar with the killing capabilities of this
And
unit.
I'm very familiar with the sort of clientele that like the abilities of a killing unit as such. I tell you, we picked it up on Nashadar. All kinds of dirty degenerates on that planet.
You like patch on your shoulder. Never change, Took. Never change.
Oh, no, you know me. No one loves me more than I do. What are you gonna do after this thing? Go back to the little red man?
Well, he will be getting a little bit of my cut, as he was the one who pegged me onto the job. And then, who knows, maybe he has more jobs. Perhaps we work together again. But,
Yeah.
I was hoping this one would get us a lot, something to live on for a while.
I wouldn't
really-
hedge your bets on that.
I really expected there to be something special on this shipment. Everything about it, the secrecy, the security. That train was so heavily armed. It just stunk like there would be something more profit to be made.
Who knows? We haven't checked it properly yet, have we?
That's true. Maybe there is more. I haven't had a chance to sniff around. Perhaps we find gems yet.
Perhaps. Perhaps we will. I'm looking forward to it, after almost having all them us incinerated. It would be nice to know we can line our pockets.
Yes, that is not something I wish to experience again, no? The turbo lasers, they hit hard.
Yeah, enough to rattle you to your core. Not the first time I've felt the vibrations of them. Oh. How did you, get away in the end?
Get away. You mean
From Florum?
from Florum? We take the capital ship. We weather the storm. We run. We scatter to the wind. A lot of the crew didn't get on board in time. But the droids got them. But me and a couple dozen men, we managed to get away. But then they think they're better leader than Ondo Onaka. They try and they try and mutiny. I have them
What?
killed.
Oh, good. Wait. Oh, please tell me. Was one of them Guam?
Guarm, yes. Guarm, he
I don't like Guam.
always thought that he was more than he was worth.
Not worth piss to a bantha, that's what I say.
Well, they turned out like that in the end. And he ended up as Bantha Chow.
That's the Hondo I miss.
Well, that was a long time ago now. But after mutiny, less than half dozen men left. It was tricky. It was a tricky scenario. Eventually, they just found other opportunities to make profit.
Well, plenty of disgruntled young Weequay on Cirilla.
I'm
Finished
sure.
with that, you know. Always fly over.
I'm not sure
Like
I
old
have it
days.
in me anymore. Now that the ship is gone, perhaps I settle down. I have some thinking to do.
Like pats him on the shoulder. You deserve it. You look like shit.
I always did. And so did you.
Ah, well, I didn't pretend. You always acted like you were the slickest shit that was Cirilla every shit out.
He kind of laughs and just shakes you. Alright.
Yep, leave it at that. That was nice. I like to look at the Hondo.
The rest of you guys in the cockpit, whilst that's going on, course has been reset. You see Took leave. What are you guys doing? Bip Bip is just like floating.
Yeah, I think I'll just probably be, as we're in hyperspace, kind of waiting for us to get close to where we're going. I'll probably just be sitting there kind of cleaning my guns, kind of popping them back together after the fight, making sure they're still functioning.
Full maintenance. Yeah, everything seems to be all good and in working order.
Yeah, Zaki's probably looking at the damage on the ship.
Yeah, you kind of...
Do any quick repairs.
Yeah, you can roll a mechanics check actually to do some repairs on the ship. Took, what is the damage threshold of the ship?
I think we've got it on the group sheet now. I'll check. Let me see. Should be. Blah, 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 blah. Group sheet. Oh no, hold on. Oh, we're on 16 out of 22.
Yeah, so the ship is like sputtering smoke out the side of it. There's sparks flying. There's like hissing tubes that have come detached and things. It's looking in a pretty dire state. So that's more than half the threshold, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So this will be. I'm not sure if there's a separate roll, but we'll just use the damage control rules if you're going to try and repair the ship right now. So,
Yeah,
damage to hull is more than half its threshold, so it's going to be 2 difficulty check, and then any successes you get, reduce it by 1, I believe, 1 wound.
Mm-hmm.
Or any uncancelled successes. So yeah, you can go ahead and roll that, sir. As you get stuck in trying to maintain the ship, what a roll that is! So
that just fix the whole thing.
you get your head stuck. You get your head down. You get stuck in repairing the ship. We'll say that for the sake of this rule,
And get the R5 droid to help.
a triumph is going to count as 2 wounds per triumph. We'll just say that. I think that's fair. So that's going to be 8 wounds.
Double it. That's what I think.
Double it and then double it again because you double try it.
Yeah.
Now we'll say that's 8 wounds healed as you and R5 get stuck in. Probably move your way down to the engine room as well and do some maintenance there. So you can go ahead and mark 8 wounds off the ship's sheet.
Yeah. 8 wounds, nice.
Looking pretty good now, actually. You did a real efficient repair job there. All right. How long are you guys going to stay in hyperspace here? Wait, sorry. You've already decided where you're going. My bad. Cool. So, some time passes. As you guys are in hyperspace. How far is Ryun? I forgot to actually check. So from Hoth, that's 1 day's travel. basically.
Okay.
So you guys are going to be able to have a rest this evening as the time begins to pass, you know? You guys are in that hyperspace phase. There's no complications with the ship right now. Things have gotten quiet aboard the Crate Thing once again. And you can't help but feel a little it's almost as if you'd spent your entire life living on Coruscant, right? You're used to that busy noise when you're trying to rest. With the noise of Zach and his family that have been on here for the last, phase of your travels. It's still adapting back to having a quiet ship when everyone's trying to get their head down. It's a little... just feels a little different. But Hondo kind of kicks his feet up on that sofa and tries to rest up there, as he doesn't really know where else to go. Desi kind of retires back to their little hidey hole to rest up as well. Are you guys all going to try and take a rest here?
Yeah. Is Desi in the cupboard?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go into the engine room and kind of spend some time, because my leg fixture was a little bit improvised and scuffed.
That's right.
So I'll limp in, spend some time fixing that up, and then rest.
Sure thing. I won't make you roll for that because you're not technically, but you can go ahead and all mark 1 wound off your sheet, and any strain you had resets to 0. Lucky for Z, because your strain was on like 18 out of 20 or something.
Well, it
Wait,
was.
don't you have a
it was
permanent
bad.
damage? Is your leg permanently damaged?
Because I rolled like a triumph at one point, and I was able to like fix
Oh,
it.
yeah. Nice.
I rolled to fix it, but
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that critical injury as well was not severe enough to be. It was just hamstrung, I think, right? No, I don't know.
but it was. I can't remember, but it was. I imagine the fix was very scuffed because it was like in the middle of combat.
Maybe it was maybe it was crippled. You lost use of one of your limbs.
Yeah, because then you rolled
Your
for
legs,
what
yeah.
limit
So
was.
that is
and it
actually a
was my leg.
hard critical injury.
Oh.
But because you rolled the triumph.
And then I rolled to fix it, I think, as well.
Yeah, but it didn't. It said, what did it say? You lose.
You lose access to it until it is healed. So, but you healed it.
Yeah,
Ah,
so
yeah, nice, yeah.
it's not permanent.
Yeah. The one below it is maimed, which you permanently lose a limb. It's like cut off, which is what you rolled against the Inquisitor way back when.
Yes.
Which was incredible. All right, so you guys rest the night. I'm assuming you guys just let the hyperspace just carry on. You're all too tired from battle to stay up and make sure that all goes well. During the night...
Sorry.
No, go on.
When does he look through the scope and spot the Inquisitor? Did he spot his mechanical hand?
You did.
Yeah.
You did
And you
indeed.
reload that to us.
Because I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure you rolled a bloody triumph on that.
Yeah, and I remember you
Don't be
telling
trained.
me that he had a robotic arm. If I'd forgotten to mention it, Z would have definitely told you that.
So you guys would be aware that that Inquisitor is definitely alive, and I remember Bit being a bit rattled by that, and that he has a cybernetic arm on his lightsaber arm, which you had been the cause of its department from his body. Cool. So
That's
you
one
guys...
way of saying tie it off.
Yeah, that's flowery words, isn't it? Good DM, I guess. You fucking cut his arm off, and then we move on. Cool. You guys rest. There's no issues with your hyperspace during the night, or at least nothing that causes alarms to ring and for you guys to be roused from your slumber. Those of you who are awake earliest, probably Zakian, because you have a lower requirement for a long rest. You're awake, and if you head back to the cockpit, you will still... I'm assuming that will be one of your first things you do. Go and check on the hyperspace. Bip Bip is still there, focusing on this goddamn huge Silhouette 3 chain of trains. But he's holding on, and I'm not going to make him roll for it because he's not here. And that would be mean. But as the rest of you guys wake up from your slumbers, some of you probably a little bit more achy than others in terms of damage that you've taken. I will say Bip Bip has not rested. He is still doing something actively, so he has not recovered any strain or wounds. the morning goes by, and within a few more hours after your rest, Ryun is on your radar.
As we kind of come closer, I'm going to use a emergency repair patch because I am pretty messed up.
Yeah, so you begin to repair yourself a little bit more. You know, you've done your repairs on your legs last night just to make sure that that's all working as it should be.
I just have like a big gash on my side, and I kind of apply the patch and start just fixing some of the wiring.
Yeah, sure thing. So that's 4 wounds for you, is it?
3.
3. But it doesn't reduce, right? It's always 3 for droids.
Yeah, but like each repair patch is only 1 use.
That's right. Whereas stim packs are one-time use, but they're 4 at first, and then they become 3, 2, 1. Maybe it's 5,
yeah, that's
4,
right.
3, 2, 1. So you have consistently 3s. Other people have better, but then gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you can go ahead and mark those wounds off if you're using that repair.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, within a few hours of you guys like just sitting around the ship, resting, repairing, the nav computer begins to blink, and you can see Ryun is probably another 20 minutes away, and you need to start like getting ready to take over the pilot him.
Zach will just sit in the pilot seat.
Yeah, you get ready. You guys get even closer and closer. Z, you jumping in that co-pilot's chair?
Yeah, I'll jump in the co-pilot.
2 of you get ready. You watch as the elongated stars begin to slow down, and boom, you arrive. Your ship pops into the starscape of this. Ahead of you, this grey, rocky planet. Not the largest planet you've seen, and certainly doesn't look the most hospitable. These thick, ashy clouds seem to dominate the atmosphere, and you can see even from up here like lightning storms weaving their way through the thick cloudscape. It certainly looks like a bit of a tricky environment to survive on, but perhaps a quick stop here wouldn't be too bad. You don't see any ship traffic. You don't see any large ships, small shuttles.
I don't think we're gonna get that long transmitter.
Nah, we're not. All we need is to move cargo onto ship. Then we can go find somewhere we can buy a long-range transponder.
Will we know if there's any cities on this planet?
You don't see any signs of cities from orbit, but it's hard to see through the cloudscape. It's not like another, like Coruscant. Obviously, it's all cities. Cyrilla, you can spot where the star traffic is going. Here, there's not any of those clues.
Can I check on the computer? Can I Google it?
You can make a computers or astrogation check to see what you know about this planet, or what you can dig up about this system. This is like outer rim backwater space. This is not well documented territories. I will make it a hard check. Go ahead.
Based on my... Okay. So this is as if I'm looking it up. Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Not from memory.
Not from memory. So do a computers check. You have a little look, and you kind of can dig up very, very basic information about this system. It's nothing concrete. It gives you the location of this system. It gives you the information that this is not a breathable atmosphere for most organic life forms. Species like the Gand might be able to survive here, as the chemical makeup of the atmosphere is more to their race's liking. It's not an oxygen-based atmosphere, basically. You guys are going to have to rely on rebreathers if you want to walk around here. And if you don't, it's going to have some pretty negative effects on your abilities and your quality of life. There's nothing in the way of major cities. There are little villages of races and different species who can breathe the atmosphere, but yeah, it's pretty backwater space. Not much of an Imperial presence, as they just don't deem it really worth dealing with.
How
Yeah,
many?
this is gonna have to be a quick stop.
How many rebreathers do we have?
We got enough.
Perfect.
You do one for Hondo?
We don't have one for Hondo. What a
I was
shame.
using when he was flying through space.
Hmm?
When he was flying through space.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
something
he was
on.
wearing a helmet, correct?
Yeah, he was wearing like a full spacesuit.
Yeah, you can throw that on.
Oh, yeah, I guess he can.
Oh, we can kill him.
No need. No
I
need.
would be fine with
Your voices
dispatching
echo through the quiet ship. What? You just hear from the other room.
Just planning mutiny.
We're exploring options.
Alright, let's land. If we can land near you mentioned maybe being some settlements.
We'll have to drop down to
See
water
what,
level.
see
Water
what we
level.
can see.
Crust.
Crust level.
Yeah.
Well, I like my planets crusty.
So
Reminds me of home.
I'm gonna fly the ship down to inner atmosphere.
Alright, so you guys begin your descent towards the planet. As you get closer, you start to notice sensors and readings on the ship telling you, like, extreme caution, like, be careful, this is not where you want to be flying the ship. And you can see those lightning clouds through this kind of, like, ashy atmosphere. In some places, like, red lightning skirting its way through the clouds.
Oh, that's a new one.
It's not going to be the easiest of piloting. You proceeding?
Shut up.
It is fine. I have flown through worse with one arm.
Alright then.
And I've flown through worse with a foot and no eyes.
You guys descend into the ashy atmosphere. Lightning now, you can hear it all around you. Striking all around the ship. And I would like the lead pilot, I will give you a blue dice because you have a co-pilot in this scenario, to make a piloting space check for me. This is going to be a 4 purple dice difficulty check. You notice as soon as you enter into the electrical storm, all of your instruments begin to go on the fritz, and you can't get as clear information about your altitude and all kinds of that useful information. Also, there's no actual visibility out the ship's windows. Plus, every now and then, a lick of lightning just impacts the ship and shakes you. Not enough to cause damage or strain, but you can go ahead and roll that when you're ready, pilot.
What the fuck is that?
You rolled so
Oh
much
my
advantage, but not
I've
any
just
successes,
realised, have
unfortunately.
I been rolling for blue dice this whole time?
You have, but never mind. You had 2
Oh,
blue
okay.
dice on that as well. That is damn. Okay, so Zakian, you begin to get the ship, and you begin descending through this electrical storm, this nexus of lightning, and it's just unlike any conditions you've found yourself in before. Even when you was in the nebula, that just like immobilized the ship. It didn't really like increase the difficulty of piloting. You get struck by a bolt of this crimson lightning. It rocks the ship, and you begin to lose power to the engines as you begin to nosedive through the clouds, and you're heading down towards the ground.
I'll take over and check on the engine.
The ship is alerting
I
you
switch
to all of these
controls.
problems.
I switch
take
controls.
control.
I'm gonna jump out and
Yeah.
run to the engine room.
You release
And I'm just
control
gonna
of the
be-
ship and hand it over to Z. You dash out of the
I'm
room.
gonna be ready.
Kalol and Took, you can see all this happening as Zakian just dashes out of the room.
What's going on?
Ready for when if the engines kick back in, I'm going to be ready to kind of like pull it back up.
Alright, you're nosediving right now towards the ground. You have no idea how far from the ground you are. You still just see clouds as thick as smoke in front of you. I would like... Zakian, as you run to the engine room then, go ahead and make a mechanics check.
I'm gonna shout to R5 IV to meet me there.
Yeah, R5 whoop, 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 follows you into the room.
Mechanics.
Yeah, just
You
give
ready?
me uno momento.
I've took the blue dice off.
It's better. Okay, so yeah, this will be a 3 purple dice check. Give you a blue dice because R5 is here and they are good at mechanics. Yeah, go for it. You come steaming round the corner. You run, dash straight into the room, and you can immediately diagnose the problem. You jump straight into action. Get the engines up and running again. You hear the hum of power restore Z as now you're accelerating towards the ground. You begin the pull up. Make a piloting check, please.
Oh shit.
Z.
This will be planetary, right?
No, it's still space because you're flying a spaceship.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah.
It's all good.
Hey!
Okay. So you begin to pull up.
Just hope.
You have to use everything you've got, and you feel that strain on you. You take 3 strain, but you manage to get the ship level. And just as you do that, you plunge through the bottom of that ashy layer of the atmosphere. You can still hear the lightning, and every now and then lightning still strikes down below. But now you see it on the ground below you. This kind of like obsidian grey landscape of craggy mountainous rock, as far as the eye can see. A tall mountain range to the north, made up of these like sharp, spiring, like almost like teeth-like structures, all made from this like obsidian black material. But the danger seems to have passed.
Did you say that we kind of like hit the ground?
You didn't hit the ground, no.
Okay.
You're now in what seems to be like clean air. You're still not towards the ground. You just didn't know how close to the ground you were because you were plunging through that thick clouds, but you avoided the danger.
Yeah, Zakin's gonna come back into the cockpit, sit on the, well, back on the chair he was on. Because we have it where we kind of just switch controls between us, don't we?
Yeah, I imagine it like the ship knows if like one of you lets go, it like you've both got like this like steering wheel thing. When you let go, yours like retracts towards the. It's like on a pivot. You know what I'm saying? As one goes in, the other one comes out, and you can kind of just swap it like that.
I like it.
Or like
As he sits down.
Yeah, when I sit back down, I was gonna. Oh, and that boat came out of nowhere.
Take a moment to relax. I've got this under control.
Yeah, because I sorted out the engine.
I meant it as a compliment, Zakian.
Hondo kind of stumbles in. What on earth happened? I was in the refresher, and then I was upside down.
He's cleaning it up. Took.
Me?
No, Hondo.
Oh, you better clean up.
There's no mess. It's
Oh,
fine,
good.
but where he looks out across the landscape. So this is Rayun then, huh?
This is it, not much to look at. Crusty. Familiar. Reminds me of home.
It's as uninviting as I imagined. What's the plan then? We're just going to sit down?
That's it, yeah.
As long as we can get the cargo on board, that is the only reason we are here.
I don't know how we're gonna get the blue crates on though.
Neither do I, but we can't have Bip sitting there the entire time.
I don't know how he does it.
You see like beads of sweat dripping down his forehead now.
I mean, it's pretty hot in here.
I've only ever seen droids exude that much commitment and willpower.
He really wants to make a buck.
Hondo like goes over to him. Like starts trying to You know how people act with the palace guards,
Oh,
trying to get a reaction. Wow, he's really out of it, huh? He like lifts up one of his floppy ears. Hello. Hello. Wow. He's he's not in there.
oh no, he's in there, but all he's thinking about is all those credits.
I see.
He's
You will notice I did make a discipline check for
Discipline,
him.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that.
He handled it. You can still see the containers trailing behind the crate fang.
Right.
No, how do you hold on to them? We had no power as well.
I had an idea.
When he comes round, we gotta praise him.
Yeah, he gets a bonus for this. I had an idea about the blue crate. Thanks to Z and Kalal's quick thinking on the speeder, we got that big fat speeder. We can hook the crate up to that. Might be able to help us pull it into the ship.
Is this a particularly big crate?
Oh yeah.
Ah, interesting. Sure thing. Yes, it sounds like a good idea. So,
Right.
I
I'm
think-
itching to see what we got.
Did you mention this to me yesterday? Is the plan here just to move the stuff to our ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can't risk people of our own ilk moving in on us while we're hopping from place to place.
Of
Not
course.
really, not with a bip like this. I don't know how long Bip can keep this up.
Beads of sweat dripping off of his side of his face.
Let's touch down.
Yeah, I'll look for sort of like a flat place, maybe some trees on like the outskirts, but somewhere kind of
There
flat.
are no trees.
Okay, somewhere flat.
This whole planet looks like it went through some apocalyptic event a long time ago. It's just these clouds with like red and blue lightning every now and then. The blue is much more common, the red is less. And then just like scorched, like black landscape. As far as the eye can see, with like occasional hills and then like one mountain range that you can spot in the distance, which are just these like sharp, jagged tops. They're not like, you would never be able to like climb or land on them. They're just like these knife points that protrude out of the landscape.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just look for somewhere flat so that we can safely land with the cargo.
Sure thing. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's a pretty flat landscape. You can find places to land pretty much anywhere. But go ahead and make a perception check as you pan around and have a little look.
Are you ready for me?
Are you ready for this? Yeah. You just see
I'm blind.
you see plenty of suitable places to land. Take your pick.
Yeah, I'll just pick.
Anywhere on the flat ground.
Yeah, wherever's closest. I'll just start landing right now.
Yeah, you just plop the ship down. There is like a you can see like a puff of like displaced soot that comes out from underneath your ship as you land. But you're touched down on solid ground. You can see now from ground level along the horizon, it stretches out for a long, long way before it just disappears off. The lighting is pretty dim on this planet. In fact, perhaps the visibility is not as good as I previously stated. A lot of the visibility will come from your ship's lighting.
I bet you we didn't even have any Jawas lurking around here.
Kayak's gonna get out his glow orb and light it up.
If only.
Wrong game.
You've got fusion lanterns or whatever they're called, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Well,
Second's
there's
got
no Jawas. Why do you want Jawas? They just steal shit.
Do not mention Jawas in my presence.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to have any Jawas here. So eerie.
Wait, are we saying we're not fans of Jawas here?
Oh my god.
Not particularly.
They're
no.
such resourceful little buggers, and you can get pretty much anything you need from them.
They are thieves.
They
Right.
scrapped Z's ship, but to be honest, it was Z's fault for, not being there to...
I have hidden my ship many times and it's never been stripped by Jawas.
Ah, but you parked it in the sands of Tatooine then, huh?
They have no respect,
But you can buy almost anything you need from them.
except for my ship.
But yeah, you could buy your ship
Well,
in parts.
yes. You could buy it back piece by piece.
You want a small loan of 50,000 credits.
I'm glad that both of you find this funny.
Ah, it's pretty funny.
Oh, we
Very
could be...
rich coming
Actually,
from
no,
someone
sorry,
who
sorry,
lost
I am-
their ship.
He got you there.
Yes, I was just thinking that myself. I got a bit carried away there. However, we're about to make many, many credits. So, let us get on with the job. I suppose I will have to... Sorry, I've got a little bit of hay fever.
There's
This
not even any
atmosphere-
plants here.
It's the soot in the atmosphere, I suppose. Allergies.
There's no oxygen on the planet.
Good point.
Very
He's
little.
not wrong.
Do you have a respirator I could borrow, or do I need to wear that big clunky suit?
No, just go outside. You'll be fine.
I'm not silly. I know that is not an oxygen atmosphere. I will not be living for much longer.
All right. Bip-Bip's obviously going to be staying in here. So,
No, he's not. He needs to let go of that stuff so we can put it back in. And he's the strongest one here.
He needs to rest.
He's just.
he can move. Bip, can you hear us? When we touch down, can you move the crate to the end of the crate thing? To the loading bay.
I thought we had touchdown.
You've touched down. And
you able-
Bip does not respond.
Oh,
Could I-
here we go.
Shoot him.
Yeah.
No, just get Kal-El to go into their void, and he can talk to him.
Yes, that may admittedly be a better option.
Wait. Did you just say into his void? What does that mean? I ain't having any of that in the cockpit.
They just go off into a room, go
What?
into each other's void.
Nobody invited Captain to clash. I hate you.
He may be offended, but please never invite me to these gatherings.
They're pretty private about their voids.
You've got cameras in all the rooms. You have to do that again.
Is Kal-El in the cockpit?
Kal-El's not even here.
Where is he
I'm gonna-
anyway?
I'm gonna go into the tannoid and go, Kal-El, can you go get into Bip's void?
You hear that, Kal-El?
Biologicals are very confusing.
Very interesting choice of words.
Well, he's not listening to us, and you've been to his void before.
Yeah, what's all this about you going inside him and him inside you?
Whoa. Hold on, mate.
I never said that. I said they've been going into each other's voids.
Oh! I don't get it.
May I ask what a void is? I've never heard of this appendage, or...
It's more of an orifice.
It's when they think.
Have you all been taking spice? What is going on?
It's when
Can
they
someone
think.
Please just tell me where a void
They
is
said they're
located.
thinking, and then they said they're
It's
thinking, and then they
located,
go into a
it's
void.
located here. And he taps underneath his chassis where his bottle would be.
Yeah, I kind of jump a little bit and... Oh.
Zaki just looks like, that's what you were thinking?
Oh, that's what you said! You said if
talking
you go...
about- No, they're void. Their void's void. And they're thinking.
I need
Oh
someone
my
to
God.
publish some kind of manual on you
Stop calling it a
freaks.
void.
You're all freaks.
What a
What do you
juvenile
call-
misunderstanding, huh?
What would you call it?
Juvenile.
Ah,
What would you call it?
An anus.
Kalar, at this point, did you make your way to the cockpit? An anus.
As tempting as it is to say no.
I'll do all that. Nah, mate. No thanks.
Yeah, I'll come round.
So you make your way into the cockpit, and they're still talking about the void and whatever that actually is.
No.
We need
There he
you to enter Bip-Bip's something.
Venus. No, Void. Void.
Void, Anus, whatever you're gonna do, just don't do it in the cockpit.
I'm just gonna walk up to Bip Bip and put my hand on his shoulder, close
Sure.
my eyes, and do whatever it was that I did that first time.
Close your eyes and you try and focus on Bip Bip. You can feel like a bead of sweat runs down the side of his face and drops off of his chin onto your hand.
Yeah.
He is exerting himself incredibly. Close your eyes, try and connect to him, try and hear his song, his melody throughout the chaotic nature of the force around you right now. Go ahead and make a discipline check. Or, yeah, discipline check.
Alright. Let me check if I have something for discipline. I can never remember. Though I don't think so. I think that's, yeah, vigilance. Alright, yeah. Cool. So, just a discipline check.
Yes, please.
Alright.
You can't seem to push through whatever struggle he's going through right now. The discordant nature of it, it's too chaotic. You can't sing through it.
I'll take my hand away. He's in there pretty deep.
We gotta get in there deep.
Yeah, I was avoiding that joke.
There's only so far I can go.
You need tools?
I'm not sure there's anything that will help me get any deeper.
We could go back to plan B, which is shooting him.
We could shoot him, yeah.
It will not kill him, I hope, but it will break his focus.
But then,
Stun him. You can stun him. I'll do it. Look.
Did you actually shoot him? Did you actually shoot him?
It was on stun save. Yeah.
Okay. He's, for all intents and purposes, he is a paralyzed creature. So I'm not going to ask you to roll to hit because you'd have to, something crazy would have to happen for you to miss. So what is the damage of your
It's
gun?
on stun.
Yeah, but it does damage as strain, so I just need to know what the damage is of your blaster. Because it still needs to go through his...
Oh, maybe I'll just punch him with my stun gloves. 7 damage.
What the how is Bip-Bip's soak is 7?
oh my god.
That's perfect.
So you blast him with that blue circle of energy, and it just gets absorbed
What?
by his armor, his robes.
Oh, he's in there pretty deep.
Plan C. I'm gonna switch my rifle to stun and start lining up. If no one stops me, I'm gonna shoot.
You guys,
I think we got kind of lucky with the first one. Maybe we shouldn't shoot him.
How much damage did that do?
9.
you can do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire.
You fire, and that puts his strain threshold
Oh no.
at 14 out of 14.
Oh shit! Oh, okay. It doesn't go higher though.
So what I'm
Oh,
going
and
to say
he didn't get a long rest, did he?
He didn't rest. Well, for the purposes of him not being here, You blast him with the stun gun, and he just ragdolls onto the cockpit floor.
I didn't realise the stun actually did like strain damage as
Yeah,
well.
outside of
I
the
didn't
cockpit,
realise that.
you
Right.
hear as the train, which was levitating in the air, just crashes down onto the planet's surface.
Not onto the ship. Okay, good.
Not onto the
sorry.
ship. I
I'm
wish.
so worried it was going to land on the ship.
I'm gonna go up and put my fingers to Bip-Bip's neck, and then realise actually I can't feel a pulse because I'm made out of metal. So just look at the others, I guess.
Oh, I'll check him. This is on his thorax.
Is there a
Zakian's
medicine
already-
check in this game?
Zakian's already run over. There is. Zakian's already run over and he's just lying on him like, he's dead!
He's not dead.
Make
There's
a
no
medicine
blood.
check to it.
I thought you said it to
Are you
stop!
ready?
No. Go for it. I would have
Oh,
made it
shit.
1 purple dice, but Zatkin's kind of getting in your way. You're trying to
Yes.
check him for a pulse, you just
Yes.
can't see one.
There's no
Can't
pulse.
feel one.
There's no pulse. I think he's actually dead.
Do not joke with me.
No, I'm not joking. I can't
Yeah,
feel his pulse.
Took, I have accidentally killed one person before. It was set to stun, I swear. What have you done to me? This is twice now. Looking at his rifle.
Kalo, at this point, I'd say you can still sense Bip in the way that you like perceive his like presence. Like it's not like he's gone. He's still in there.
As Zak,
Hey, Bip, wake up!
You
I don't
killed
like
him.
this.
on his chest, can I do?
Funny.
Bip.
Wake
Can I,
up!
as he's laying on his chest, can I do a perception or a medicine check
Yeah,
to
you
feel a
can.
heartbeat?
You can roll a medicine check.
Okay.
As
Oh.
you kind of
I feel something.
you get a bit hysterical, yeah, and then you kind of have a moment and you hear like the
He's
You hear
alive,
the
and he's got a really weird sounding heart.
Oh, he's... Oh, thank... Sure. Thank Quay.
You need to be more careful with that gun.
It
I
was
think he goes to
set
Z.
stun, like I told you. He is not dead.
He was very close.
Alright, now he's alive. I'm about to go get off. Come on, I've got to get off. We gotta go see what's in these crates.
You all need to choose your words better.
Yes. I was.
I mean it. I can't wait to just feel those blasters and think of the thermal detonators. It's gonna be... Come on, let's go.
Oh, I want another one of those.
The blasters and the thermal detonators.
It's like Mac. I feel like Mac from Always Sunny. Make it just unintentionally be
Invitation for
homoerotic.
really cool dudes. It's a bicep.
Ugh.
Okay, so at this point, who is gearing up to exit the ship?
I don't need to, so I'll just be
You
waiting.
can just
I
go.
guess.
Yeah, you're fine.
What are we gonna do with Bip? Are we gonna leave him here?
He's just like ragdolled on the ground in the middle
Let's-
of your.
Oh, I know where to put him.
While the others are getting ready, I mean, if you.
The atmospheres begin to leak into the ship, and you can taste the
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, it tastes nasty.
I was gonna say while everyone's getting ready, I'll pick him up and put him in like the medical bay bed.
Sure, you take him to the medical bay, lay him down. So, Took, you begin to get your respirator on.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a metal mask with like a rubber seal on it.
I think they're in the cockpit. I'm not gonna lie,
because
because I moved them all to the cockpit when
Was you doing a bit of inventory?
last session when I thought the ship was gonna blow up. I was like, I'll get everyone.
Yes, that's
get
right.
everyone.
You ran and got them all. That's right.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like bundled onto one of the sides in there, on top,
it's
probably
like
on top of some
pass them out.
buttons. Yeah, but like I was saying, they are these like metal face masks with a rubber seal that you attach to your face, and they suction on, and then they filter out any of the things in the air you can't, and add in things you need.
Oh, grippy!
And yeah, your voice comes through with an almost like metallic tinge to it, as it's being transferred through the mask.
Ready.
Who else is putting one on and leaving the ship?
Yeah, Zach can stick one on.
Zakian. And Hondo will grab one. Kalo, are you grabbing one, sir?
You guys are just going out to the crates, right?
That's the plan.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll put one on as well.
That's our plan.
So you're all geared up. You guys head towards the cargo bay door to open it and make your way out towards where the containers have fallen onto the surface of this planet. That's where we'll take our break this evening.
Ooh.
We'll see what's in store in just a minute. So we'll be back very soon. Stick with us. Thanks for watching so far, guys. Hope you're enjoying it, and we'll see you in a few. Hello and welcome back to the second half of this evening's episode. Where we left off, the party exited hyperspace in the Ryun system, a very, very desolate looking planet with deadly looking blue and red lightning storms occurring on its atmosphere. The party have landed. They've stunned their Jedi, so he's now passed out in the med bay. And you guys currently stand with the boarding ramp closed but ready, respirated up, to step out onto the ashy surface of Ryun. You feel this like sucking of the pressure as it equalizes, and you can see like this layer of ashy dust on the surface kind of like gets disturbed and swirls and whips around before kind of like forming these little clouds on the surface that then settle away.
Is it hot or cold?
It's pretty hot, pretty humid. Pretty opposite of Hoth.
Is anyone going to ask Desi to come?
Oh yeah, sorry, I just kind of assumed you would. I'll go grab Desi.
I can come.
We will need all the help we can get.
Affirmative. Desi follows you out. Cool, so you guys head out off the ship. As you step, your foot kind of... It's almost like stepping through snow, but not as thick as on Hoth. Through this black soot, kind of crunches beneath your foot. And if you were to like shimmy your foot to move some of the ash, the surface of this planet is like this glass almost. It's like smooth, slick glass. But make your way over to where the train carriages had been dropped. As you kind of, if your boarding ramp is facing to the north, you kind of have to wrap around the ship to the east side, to out where you could see it out the cockpit window basically, and it's kind of off there. So it's just a short walk back and forward through this this very barren landscape. But you can see them there. All three carriages have made the journey. They all look pretty beat up. Some of them may have caught an odd blaster bolt in places, but it doesn't seem like any catastrophic damage has been caused. At one end of the train cart, you see the armored, the white armor of a stormtrooper, an arm just hanging out the end of the train.
What carriage is it in?
The furthest one, what would have been at the back of the train, where Took was like in right until the end. And
I think that's probably one of the ones that shot me.
It is. It'll be one of the ones that shot you, and Took it'll be one of the two that were left in there when you jumped out.
I'm gonna drag it off the carriage and kind of just, as a little bit of revenge, just one last blaster bolt into his like torso.
Yeah, well, you notice as you go to pull him out, his helmet has already tumbled off onto the floor, revealing like a buzz cut, just like human male. Pull him out, slump him on the ground. Blaster bolt echoes across the landscape.
I think you might have missed.
Did I miss?
You didn't miss.
I think you need to get your eyesight checked, Took.
I mean, that was just such a hard target to shoot. Who you try to impress?
And as you look in to the train cart, Z, it's very dimly lit, but there's like a flash of red lightning above, and it illuminates the interior, and you see on the ground, twisted and frozen, the corpse of another stormtrooper.
Yeah, I guess I'll just drag that one out as well, just to clear the way.
I think I'm gonna head straight for the blue blow.
Sure, the glue blow. You head, so you jump into the train cart. It is like frosted over, as it's been exposed to the vacuum of space, right? You make your way back through that train cart with... You can see in this first train cart where Z has just cleared the bodies, there are boxes of loot, which now are kind of tumbled over. They're not so neatly stacked as they were before. You can see, like, a crate of blasters has opened and spilled onto the ground, but it doesn't seem like anything's been lost, luckily, at a quick glance. You make your way through into the high-value cargo. You see those 2 enormous blue crates, which take up all of the space within this train cart.
Do they look like they have a code lock, or are they like manually like?
They look pretty securely locked. Probably, yeah, code lock.
Oh, I've had my code breaker with me.
Well, is all the electrical still working?
Well, these 2 crates are their own thing. They're not part of the train. The train itself, all the electrics of that are going to be gone. They've got no power source.
Yeah, but it must have been plugged into a plug socket on the train.
No, they would just have like a battery, in them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Took, remind me how that code breaker works.
Okay, I'll write it in the thing. So it's an electronic pick lock, if that sounds like it's used for this kind of thing, if it's like a electromagnetic lock.
Sure thing, I'll allow that. So you can attach the device to this code lock,
Magnetizes, yeah.
and you see it just start doing its job.
Scrambles through like many combinations, yeah.
All these numbers flashing up on the little display that it has. You know that this might take a little while, like a little bit of time.
I'm just gonna... Oh, I think there's a... If I remember rightly, we can just smash it a few times and it'll make it go quicker. It starts hitting it, hits it once to try and speed it up.
Are you trying to make the 4 difficulty
Sorry,
skullduggery check?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh, and force sensitives may make a force power check to add successes to the roll per point generated. Interesting.
Okay, but on a failure, you will trigger alarms and
Yeah.
things like that.
Hopefully shouldn't matter too much.
Not gonna do much here, is it?
They look like very secure boxes.
Skulldugger, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Ready? Okay. Okay, no. Oh, shit.
Bash on the code lock.
It's not a failure though.
It is a fail if it's not a success.
No. It's not fair.
No.
Nothing seems to happen. You just see,
Alright.
you just see the screen flash red, and it seems
Oh,
to stop
just-
whatever it was doing.
Alright, I'll restart it.
Put it
Restarts
back
it.
on. Carries on doing what it was doing.
Well, we'll just take inventory. Wait for this to open. Get the
Wait,
other...
isn't there 2 of these blue boxes?
Isn't there what?
Isn't there 2 of these
There are 2 of them,
blue
yeah.
boxes? I bet you I can get that other one open quicker than this one.
Alright. Probably can, actually. Yeah, try it. Give it a go. Be my guest.
Oh. Gonna go over to the other one.
Sure. You go over. You have a look at the lock. It's similar. It's a very high level of security, similar to what you had seen when you were doing some basic scouting around the base. But you've hacked into Imperial systems and things like that. You can give it a go. Give it a whirl. It's gonna be hard. You make a computer check for me.
I want your credits.
Alright, 400 credits.
Well,
At
I
the
don't have
same
400 credits.
Yeah, go for it. I'm only doing it if you've got the 400 credits.
I've got... And I'm gonna get out my pouch or whatever. 366.
Alright, you give me 366 if you can get it open quicker. And I'll give you 366 if you can.
All right.
I'll do the checks at the same time. I'll do another one of those.
Oh, you're gonna try and do it again?
Yeah. See,
I'm gonna get out a data. I'm gonna get out a data spike.
Remind me what a data spike does.
Reduces computer checks by 2 difficulty.
Okay, well, it is going to be computers for you, Zakian. So first, if Took rolls, a skullduggery check
yeah.
again.
Oh yes, but with threat.
Okay. And you say it reduces
It,
the
that
difficulty
only
by 2.
speeds it up by a minute.
Did you say it
Oh, is it
reduces
only-
the difficulty by 2?
Reduces, yeah, by 2.
So you can go ahead and roll a computer's check. Zakian.
Oh, yeah, it only does reduce it by a minute. You're right.
And then I roll a light side point.
Reduces the time to 1 minute.
Oh
Oh,
my
2-1.
god.
2 1 minute. Ah,
It only
yes.
takes a minute. So,
Nice.
Zakian, you begin working your magic and trying to work your way into this system. A minute passes, and whatever did work because you hear the other crate opening.
God, you hire a new mechanic. Look at that, look. Just a man in a little key.
I just shot
Aye.
the credits at his face.
I'm gonna have a look inside.
You
We
have
got.
0 credits now.
Yeah, well, fall from grace.
I love it. Yeah, so you have a look inside. It's dark. There's no lighting. The carriage you're in is the one that's the furthest from the only sources of light you've got. I imagine you guys might have gotten your fusion rods or lanterns or something.
Fusion lanterns.
So this
yeah.
kind of like green-hued light from the fusion lantern bleeds in round the now opening door. And inside the big blue crate, you see, kind of strapped down to keep it secure, this large mechanical-looking instrument, sort of like an orb, with like little bits coming off of it. You know that this is like real high-tech radar equipment. It's pretty large. Like the orb itself, the focus is probably the size of your head, and then it's like on this big arm, which is bigger than you are. It's a pretty large instrument.
Oh, there's our new long range transmitter.
Could we use it for that?
Can we use it for that?
It wouldn't be impossible.
Yeah, and we can detect any ship we want in the galaxy.
You'd need to do some like cross wiring because they're like it's like 2 different languages but similar technology.
Alright, might help. Let's pop it on the ship. I bet it's quite heavy. Maybe I'll go over to it, try and...
Yeah, you would not be able to budge this as a mortal being. It is incredibly heavy.
Could I do it with a grab lift, maybe?
Just get the droids to do it.
Big is it? Like,
It's bigger than a person.
Dimensions.
The actual focus, like the orb part of it, is the size of like a head, and then it has a huge arm, which you could imagine that arm would then be attached to like the radar.
like the crate. How big are like the dimensions?
Oh,
of
the crate itself is imagine like a shipping container. It's a shipping container, just a really high security shipping container.
That's pretty big.
Is it like a dish?
It's like a dish.
A dish with the arm
dish.
and the ball.
The dish.
Oh no, it's not the dish. It's the bit. It's the bit that would go on the dish.
Right.
The little like.
So it's
stick
just
with
the
ball.
arm and the ball.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the focus.
and it's bigger than a person.
It's huge.
That's pretty big.
and heavy.
I thought you was including the dish.
No.
I bet you the dish is in the other one.
Let's have a look.
What is it open?
You didn't.
I didn't
You didn't
succeed.
succeed. You get. I would say maybe you got distracted by hearing the other one opening and you stopped to have a look.
All right, let me. I'll try and open it again.
You can go ahead and try again.
Yeah.
You still using a data spike?
Well, it's already in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Go for
I
it.
think they're only single use.
You might need to use another one then, but there you go.
No, but it's already in the in the.
Yeah, sure,
Thinking.
I'll allow it. You get the door open this time. You go back, you focus yourself up, and this time, you do it quicker than a minute. To be fair, you kind of just tick, 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 tick. Done. Nice and quick. The door.
And then I look to Tuck and I go, "Can I get 100 credits?"
Yeah, 50. Chucks
I'll
in
take
50.
this time the light of your lanterns bleeds into the room, that greenish hue, and you see a device
A dish.
identical to what you had just seen in the other one.
Oh my god, we got two?
Two. Did we well, I guess we didn't expect anything. Two.
What are you planning on using these for?
Oh yes, sir. Tracking the rebellion down. Or anyone they wanted to track.
Did he mention that there was two in particular?
I think they only mentioned one.
We could try and make the other one our own.
Worth it. Or yeah, I don't know. Hold on. We need to have a talk about all this.
Where's Hondo?
You hear him shouting from the other main loot compartment. What have you found? I've got 10 of the blasters in here, as well as the flame projectors. This is already what? 20, more than 20,000 credits. Kind of peeks his head into the carriage.
If we were to value these,
But,
We already know that they're like 500,000 each, right? Or something like that.
so
Something ridiculous in that.
the
ballpark.
estimated value given to them by the Black Suns would have been 300,000 credits.
each. Heck. What do you
A
guys
big-
say?
Yeah, we were expecting two of these of the dishes.
You were. What?
I thought Hondo was in the room, so I thought you were like playing it off.
What is in here? Is it the blue containers you're talking of, huh?
Yeah, we've found something. Looks like the mystery thing you were thinking of.
You see a little spark in his eyes. Move aside, let me see it. Comes in and looks into the crate. What is it?
Some kind of dish.
Dish. This looks nothing like a dish. It's like an antenna or something.
I think it might be, I don't know, some kind of tracking thing. Hence the orbs. I don't know, you didn't hire me for know-how.
What? I tell you what, I know who will know what this is. Ask Morrigan. He'll know. And he'll be able to find someone who wants to buy it. And, this could be the gem we was looking for, huh, Took? in your chest.
Yeah.
What's wrong? You getting
Nothing.
cold feet?
I ain't getting cold feet, but just hold on before you, contacting anyone.
Well, we sort of can do that, huh?
We can't contact anyone, no. We want to talk, brass tacks here.
Uh-huh.
What do we agree on? 50-50?
I don't believe we did.
I gotta hear it in this little data pad. It says 50-50.
You must have written it down wrong.
I know, perfect. Orabesh.
Well, put it this way. If these are the true gem, perhaps your percentage increases, huh? As it stands, it was 60-40. I have to split my cut with Asmorgan.
Alright.
But I'll make a deal. If these are the big payout, if this is the profit we were looking for, then 50-50 we all share in the glory.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Of course, if this is just junk worth nothing, then we stick to the original deal.
Alright, we can... Let's do it. I'll make some credits.
Alright, let's get this stuff moving. Has anybody looked any points towards the other carriage that you guys passed through? What have the rest of you guys who weren't in the room with this stuff, have you guys just been looking around at the loot, just trying to get a hang of what's here? So
I think
seeing
I
Halal.
definitely would have been trying to work out what, open up crates, seeing what was inside, trying to get an inventory of what was there.
Sure. So as he kind of turns his attention to tell you to do that, whilst you've been searching for those crates, Z, you do in fact find the other 10 blasters, 6 thermal detonators, and that is... You also find a fine radar repair toolkit.
Oh.
And that's all you find in that carriage. But there's
How
still
many-
one more carriage on the other side.
How many detonators did you say you found, Hondo?
There was a dozen at least on the agenda. Perhaps they're in the other cart. I did not search it fully. I just
The amount
saw the blasters.
I would expect in this card seems one short.
What? Make a freaking deception, skullduggery, coercion, whatever you feel necessary.
I do
You scheming droid.
I can decrease the difficulty of a stealth or skullduggery check by 1.
Okay,
Taking
I'll
2
reduce it down to a 2 difficulty check. If you wish to do that.
I do
Pinching the loot already, are we?
Look, you got to try, right? You got to shoot your shot.
Just don't shoot.
Gotta
Thermal
shoot
detonator.
the shot.
You ready?
Let me just double check that I set the dice pool correctly. You can go ahead and try. That is most disappointing. Perhaps it fell out in space, huh?
Of course, it is more than likely. When you say thermal, is it like individual thermal detonators, or okay?
It's
So
like
I would have,
It's like an egg carton of 6 thermal detonators.
yeah, I would have pinched one and just like put it in my cave.
It's obviously like an actual metallic box. You know, like those. You know when you buy like high quality sound equipment, you get that like foam. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
metal
yeah.
like that.
I
You
bet that
see
looks so satisfying.
Like a gun broker in a film or something. Like that heavy metal case with that black foam. It's like that.
It's good to know now. We know that they are actually short range
Yeah.
blast as well.
Yeah, they're
It makes
strong.
sense.
They are
They're
really
big.
good.
They're
I love
big
that you.
Thermal detonators.
I love it. All right.
I also found a radar repair kit. I'm not sure if that can be used to repair our comms.
Oh, excellent.
That is brilliant.
Let's check this last cart then. Start heading over to the last one.
Yeah, so you can head back into that. The one that was full with the most crates. You guys spend some time digging around. Where are my notes for this? And in
Writing
there...
down that I.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry. No, I was writing down that I took a thermal detonator and I spelled took. Idiot.
You do find another 6 thermal detonators. You dig through some more boxes, and you find these like large crates, black with Imperial markings on them. And as you open them up, inside
of these babies.
you see 5 sets of Imperial Stormtrooper armor.
Oh, not the E11s.
You found the blasters already. You found 20
Oh yeah, we already
11s.
found them. Oh,
Hondo points those out. They're in a crate that he'd already searched.
yeah, you
You
already
also
found them.
find the flame projectors with harnesses. And in another small kind of like, you see another small like lockbox. This it's maybe like that big, like that kind of chunky box with a handle on it, and it's like propped up against one of the other crates. But
I would
it's
have
sealed
taken
shut.
the scramble key off of the.
Sure. You can
Shove
retrieve
that on there. See if that does anything. If it's if it's like a lockbox with a code, if I can attach it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, it starts doing its job. 5 minutes pass if you don't want to speed it up. Either way.
Yeah.
And it opens up, and inside you see this kind of like horseshoe-shaped metallic object with like, and it's kind of it's got a foam holding for it to slot into perfectly to keep it safe. Kind of pick it up, and it's heavy, and it's like it could fit round your head, and you notice it to be a cybernetic brain implant.
Oh.
It has like beeping, well, not currently beeping, but like little lights on the outside of it, as well as like some exposed wireage.
Can I stick that down my pants?
A cybernetic brain implant.
Shove that down my pants.
You're gonna shove it down your pants.
Is there anyone else in the room?
Hondo is in the room. I
Oh,
believe
no.
Zatkin's in the room.
Maybe not then. Not if Hondo is.
Shove it down your pants. Come on. Stick in the void.
There is a moment when Hondo's like checking the blasters and like scooting some like debris off them from where they've tumbled around in the room. I mean, this is a pretty chunky object. It's like that big.
He looks at his. He does
It would
that
literally
thing
be like
where
that.
he pulls his pants, looks it down in his crotch, looks at it.
Sakian staring at Took the whole time.
Puts it back in the case.
You've seen those go for around 10,000 credits.
Very nice.
And that is... in fact, actually, that's not what you find. I want Took to roll a D100.
Oh.
Fuck it.
100. 24.
You find 24 credits.
This is where all campaigns go wrong, when you start doing D100 loot.
200, yeah.
You dig around, you find another lockbox, open it up, and inside you see... I'm just scrolling to the gear section of the book to see what I'm going to give you. Inside, as you open it up... what was it the other day? Many. You find many things.
Many.
You see... I'll sod it. It's, you can't get it open, I'll tell you later.
Okay. Is it in a separate container?
You know what? It's a fairly large container. Oh, you only rolled a 24 there. I can't give you something that good. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
Take
It's
it
a
back.
shoebox sized container.
I almost got carried away there. Almost got carried away.
Oh, please get carried away.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
Can we roll a light side point?
Like
No,
side
you
point,
can
Nick
get
gets
carried
carried
away.
I'll
away.
allow you to re-roll with a light side point.
Reroll with light side
But
point.
you have to take the new roll.
Alright, yeah. Why not? That sounds fun.
I hope it's worse.
Hey, I'll take that. Yeah.
55. Okay,
Yeah.
I won't give you what I was going to give you instead then.
Now we know what it was going to be.
Oh, I was going to give you something like a bit underwhelming because of the 24. I think that inside of this box, it's another... it seems like they were transporting some sort of cybernetics as well, because you find... an immune implant.
Oh.
inside, which is something that you implant to be immune.
Immune.
Who would have guessed?
No.
Who would have guessed? Are you
That's
sure you
bullshit.
read that right?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So this is it. Most have to rely on treatment of some form of local resistance meds, but it's a way of like giving. You get +1 resilience if you implant it, and a lot of like certain races that are particularly vulnerable to certain like diseases will get these to build up their resistance towards them. So if you've got like a race that are prone to a specific thing, this is an implant they can get to reduce the effects of that on them and give them a better chance of being
That's cool.
resistant to it.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we'll probably sell that as well then.
Yeah, it's worth around 5,000 credits, that one.
5,000 credits.
It's a subdermal wide spectrum defense mixture designed to protect against almost every known disease.
Oh wow.
There you go. Could be quite handy.
Except GMIs.
Yes, except that. Me. I am the disease you cannot resist.
All right, let's get the heavy speeder. See if we can pull these things onto the ship.
Sure, who's going to get the heavy speeder?
Zakin, because he won't be able to lift anything.
Zakin, you head off of the train and you start heading your way across the short walk back to the ship. Make a perception check for me, please.
Ready?
Oh, hang on. What? Your thing just removes black dice, right?
Yeah.
Perception check. Okay, so I won't add any black dice to the check. But you can go ahead and roll.
Oh, what do I see?
Make your way back towards the ship. You kind of glance your way around your surroundings. You can't help but feel a little bit paranoid about, this is quite an eerie place. It's very, like, dim, gloomy, very apocalyptic. And along the horizon, you do just spot, like, a single plume of smoke. It looks like it's very far away, but it could be a fire, it could be a volcano. Just spot it, and it just takes your attention for a moment. But make your way
How far
back to
away?
the ship. It's far, miles. You just see that singular smoke plume reaching up towards the black, ashy atmosphere. Could be the source of the clouds.
Okay.
But you board the Crate Fang once again. Desi kind of standing guard at the bottom of the cargo ramp for the time being. Shall I begin moving cargo?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab the speeder.
Desi makes their way over to the train. Show me what to lift. You hear the sound of the speeder moving over towards the ship. This is quite a large speeder. You can get quite a lot on here. It's probably not big enough to hold one of the large blue shipping containers, but you could, if you wanted to risk it, take the radar piece out of those containers. Or you can find another safe way to move them. But you guys can begin shifting the loot, yeah? What you starting with?
Yes. Yeah. I think we start with the Latty big radars. Make sure we get them over.
Okay, how are you moving those? Are you going to move them in the big crates? The big giant shipping containers?
The transporter that we nicked, does that have any way to like transport things, or is it literally just like people, small doors?
I thought that was what you were using. Are you not using the one you stole, or are you using the one you already had?
Oh yeah, we're using the big one that we stole.
big one, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's got a bigger storage container than anything else you own apart from the Crate Fang, of course. But it's not large enough to hold one of the blue crates.
I can hold the radar.
You could take the radar out of
Dig it
the
out.
containment crates.
Yeah.
You could, but they obviously you can tell that the Empire had taken extreme care to make sure that they would be safe during transit. They were like strapped down. They were in the most secure spot on the entire train.
If Bip Bip was awake, we could cut the roof off and lift it with the Great Fangs thing that I
Yeah.
can't think of the name of.
Winch. Has the
Well, he's trained me how to use his lightsaber. I can just go grab it off his belt.
Is that allowed? I do not know
Yeah.
what this code is.
Kraken's already run off.
You run off.
Okay.
You just like abandon the speeder. It just lands. Assuming you turn the engine off. You run to Bip Bip, who is kind of like rolled over asleep in the
gonna go.
medical room.
Tap on face. Bip, bip, you feeling better?
He's still unconscious. Beads of sweat running
Okay.
down his face.
I'm just gonna borrow this. And then I'm gonna wait a minute, see if he wakes up
He
or
doesn't,
does anything.
doesn't shuffle, doesn't move.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna run back.
You pat him down and borrow his
Bip, bip said I could
lightsaber.
use it.
Are you sure this is safe? Perhaps we should
Oh yeah.
attempt to wake him up.
No. Let him have his rest. He works so hard.
Alright, say let's go for it.
How you going about this?
Alright, Zakin's gonna walk into the container.
I
He's
think
gonna
before he starts cutting, me and Desi are gonna like stand on some crates so we can reach the roof. So that as he cuts, we'll take the weight of it and then just kind of
Which
Push
roof
it
are
off.
you cutting right now?
the one with
The container.
The
the
container
roof
in the
of the
train.
blue container.
The the
Okay.
blue
Yeah.
container, right?
roof. Yeah, the roof of the train cart so we can lift the crates out.
Oh wait, the roof of the train cart.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the.
Oh,
There's-
no, yeah. I thought you meant the blue container.
Blue
No,
container.
You're gonna have to do both eventually, if you want to
Yeah.
go through with this plan. Zakian, you get inside the train, and you quickly realise that you cannot reach the ceiling.
Of course.
You're a pretty short king. You kind of deploy the white lightsaber. That unstable blade crackles up, and you can tiptoe up and just kind of barely. You can see like it scrapes the ceiling. Little orange scratches get left behind.
Of the blue container.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're gonna have to find another way to get to these roofs, or get a boost.
Right, he's gonna unlight it, or whatever you say,
Yeah.
retract it, and then he's gonna try climbing up on the radar.
Don't damage it. You owe us big credits.
As
Not
I
gonna damage
see him starting to climb on it, I'm just gonna pick him up and hold him at the right level.
Zaki, you begin to try and like scale this thing, and then all of a sudden, ooh, you get lifted up.
Yeah, that'll work.
This time, the lightsaber plunges through the roof of this thing, begins to crackle as sparks fly down towards you every now and then. Z, you're gonna have to like walk him around this room, I
Yeah,
suppose.
yeah.
I'm gonna also come in here as well to get ready to like hold the roof with everyone
Yeah.
else.
So you said you called Desi in.
Yeah, Desi's
Yeah,
here as well.
Desi will be holding it as well.
So Desi comes in and readies themselves to try and catch this ceiling. Took as well.
We're some strong boys. There's
You are some
two
strong
strong
boys.
droids and strong Took.
Well, one of your droids is otherwise occupied, holding a,
Oh yeah, true.
a
Yeah.
lightsaber wielding Chad. It takes a couple of minutes to work your way around the entire container's roof, and then eventually you start to hear like as the last like little bits of metal begin to bend, but you make your way around and cut through that bit. The ceiling lurches inwards and begins to fall. Let's see what check this will be.
It's not a strength check, is there? It's only athletics.
Yeah, it'll be an athletics check for Took and for Desi. Let me just set the difficulty.
What? Athletics.
Athletics. Don't know what Desi's skill in this is like. Alright, you ready to roll?
Ready to roll. Oh shit.
Okay, Desi, 2 successes and 1 threat. You got 1 failure and 1 advantage. That's going to equal out to just 1 success overall, right?
Oh, nice. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
That's how we'll do that. So, for a moment, Took, it catches you off guard. You're like, oh! But Desi's there to back you up, and you now are both just kind of stood there with this heavy chunk of metal above you.
Alright, sidestep! To me, to you!
You kind of shift it off over the edge of the container, and it falls down inside the train with like a boom, boom. You can now see the roof of the train above.
I don't know what to do now.
Do we have a magnet on the crate thing?
We do, don't we, right?
Hondo had a magnet. We've never said that you guys had a magnet. You have,
Oh, we've just got a
You
winch.
have like a cargo winch thing that also doubles as like a potential platform that you can then put things on, or you guys have stood on a few times. But you guys don't have the same like magnet thing that Hondo had.
But then if it fell, it would only fall. It wouldn't fall onto the radar because you still got the sides of the cargo ship, haven't you?
Yeah.
We've only took the roof off.
Depends, of course, how strong those containers are to hold up the whole train roof. It's a risky game.
It is.
I'll cut it up in pieces.
In pieces.
Look, it's a big ceiling. It's a big roof. If I cut the whole thing and it drops in, it's gonna drop on the radar.
Can't we just make a hole the size of the radar and pull it through the hole in the top of the train?
Well, we're going to be here all forever. Can't we move? We can't lift it, can we?
No, without Bib.
So how are you going to lift it out of the roof?
With the crate
It's in
fan.
the crate thing.
I see. Well, I suppose you better make quick work of it. The Imperials might be on their way. Already. We don't
gonna
know
come
how
here.
that battle is going to go.
Alright, I got an idea. So the part of the roof doesn't fall on the radar dish. What we do is we get the crate fan already above. Someone flies above. I'll attach the winch to the part that we're cutting off. Then I'll cut nice square, and then the winch should keep the piece of metal. You can fly the crate fang a little. We'll drop off that metal and then come pick up the radar.
But we don't have a magnet.
We don't have a magnet, do we?
No.
Just a winch, right?
We'll have
Yeah, it's just a platform.
to attach it somehow.
Yeah. What I'll do is we can make an incision with a saber. We hook the
Like, you could make 2 incisions and then thread it through.
thread it through. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Similar.
Yes.
Oh,
That's what I said.
No, you just stole it from my brain. You're reading my pheromones again, aren't you?
I'm pretty sure that I am the mastermind of the plan.
You did this all the time back in the day. You forget that we as a people can read each other's pheromones and talk to each other via pheromones. You're always stealing other people's ideas.
Stealing or improving, I don't know. I would call it the second one. Regardless, we're wasting time.
Alright, it's just... Who's flying?
So make holes and then cut a big chunk, and then the crate van can lift it and move it. And
Yeah.
all right. Who's flying?
Oh, Hondo, you can fly.
You want me to fly? I can fly if you want me to.
Yeah, that's why I said you could fly.
Sure. Sure thing. All right. I'll go and get the crate fang ready then.
Right, and then you can lower me onto the roof, and I can come from above,
Sure.
rather than. 'Cause I don't think anyone's gonna get me up there.
Yeah.
I can throw you.
That'll be pretty funny to watch.
You can throw me for 100 credits.
It's a
Yeah,
part of-
sure. That sounds fun. All right, here you go. Slaps some credits in his overalls.
Slaps his own credits back in his hand. All right, so you guys head back outside. Hondo walks over towards the crate fang, stops, and turns around. I can't miss this. Come on, let me see it.
All right, come on. Here's the credits. Yeah, I'll pick him up, and I'll. Damn, what the best way to do this?
You'll have to toss me.
Until
Pick him up. And I'll attempt, to do an overhead, like a kind of like a crouching throw, like I bench him and then see if I have.
Sure thing. Make an athletics check. To yeet him up on
Ready?
top of the train. Yeah, I'm ready. You crouch down into like a squat position, and your knees just kind of get a little, like, they're just a little weaker than you thought they were going to be. As you try and push back up, they just give way, and Zach, you feel yourself begin to accelerate, and then just boom, fall onto the ground. That was a disaster.
That was worth
Toss.
every credit. I did it on purpose.
I reckon if we were on a oxygen-based planet, it would have worked.
Yeah, blame the gravity.
Perhaps. Alright, just get him up there. I'm gonna get the ship ready. Heads inside the ship.
Yeah, Zach
Alright.
walks up into the ship as well.
Alright. So, Hondo takes off and hovers the ship above the train, extends the little cargo platform that you guys have used before. I'm assuming that's where you're being lowered down from. Zakyan. You hop off on top of the train with a dong dong dong. And you can estimate roughly where the container is underneath that you'd unsealed, and you begin this process of stabbing holes and then cutting a larger hole. You have this wire that you need to, well, your plan is to pass it through the hole and then loop it back up the other side, right? You go through the process of doing that.
Yeah.
You get it all attached up to the crate fang. Hondo comms in. Are you ready? Let me know when you need me to thrust.
Yeah, thrust away.
All right. So you make the final bit of the cut.
Yeah.
It's an innuendo filled episode.
You make the final cut with Pip's lightsaber. You feel the bit of the roof come loose and it lurches downwards a little bit, but Hondo
Oh, thrust!
thrusts, and it kind of like ping pongs around in the little gap you've made for it, but then lifts up, and you can see that kind of like big rectangle section of the train roof lift out, and then Hondo moves the ship and just detaches the gets it lower to the ground and detaches it, so you fall onto the ground there. Not enough to like cause you to fall over or anything, but you see a gust of that black like ash puffs out from underneath it. Those of you, Z, if you're still inside, you can see now up and out into the air above you.
I'm still there too. I'll call it on the comms. All right, now bring it over, and we'll attach it to the radar.
Okay. He brings it back over, and within a moment, you see the wire extend back down.
So is there anywhere on the radar that we think you'd securely attach it without damaging it?
Isn't the winch? It has like a platform on it, right?
You do have a platform, yeah.
So we could risk lifting it very slightly and getting the platform underneath, right?
Or would it
But and
just
then kind of
slip off? Wouldn't it counterbalance off though?
yeah, well we could like put it on the platform and then also attach the rope around it just as like extra support, so we don't have to just risk like lifting it.
Because didn't you say it's already secured down with a bunch of so it's it doesn't
Yeah,
really
it's
down
got
with
like
a bunch,
it's secured down.
Wait,
belt.
are we trying to put it on the speeder, the heavy speeder?
Oh yeah,
Is that the plan?
that makes more wait.
That wasn't what you described
because-
to me.
Because if we get it in and lift it
Yeah.
into the crate thing, how are we going to move it?
Yeah, that is I just seen your point. Yeah, because the winch doesn't just like go up into the ship, does it? The winch is just
It would go up to the inside of the ship.
Does it
This
go
is, well, because
inside?
you guys have used the platform as like an elevator before.
Oh, so it goes.
Yeah, it goes up
into
into the like cargo hold, right?
Yeah. We'll say like
Oh.
the freight loading chamber.
So we technically can attach it, and it will go all the way up, and then we unthingy it and close the hatch door, and it's in.
In theory.
Then we have to.
But
move
we have
it.
to get two up,
Yeah,
So
so we'd have to
the
move
other
that to get the other one.
one. Yeah.
That's
Well,
why.
I guess at least it's moving at a shorter distance though, right? Rather than
Yeah, but how are we going to lift it once we've used that? That's why we have to take this one onto the heavy speeder, and then
We do
the
have-
second one we can just lift in.
We
And
do
then
have a
it's
grab
fine.
lift. Put it on the grab lift. That would.
You have a
Might
grab
work.
lift on board, yeah? What you
Well,
gonna
why
do?
don't we bring?
Bring it up.
Why don't we bring it out?
Honda will send it down on the platform. You see, like almost like a shopping trolley, like cart thing, with like a flat platform on the bottom of it. Hovers on the
Alright,
ground.
if we both give this a lift, Z, we could probably get it on, initiate the grab lift.
Okay, I would like you both, as you hold on to this very delicate-looking, fine piece of machinery. I didn't know it's not Z. Oh. I would like you to make athletics checks as you move it.
be desperately seeing if I can add anything to athletics.
I don't think I can either.
I'll give you a blue dice because you're doing it together. Actually, no, you're both rolling. I'll give you a blue dice.
Ready?
Ready when you are.
Oh,
Big one
yeah.
took Clash.
You're lucky
What
boys.
happens
You
to-
rolled
I'll
absolutely
roll
nothing.
straight nothing. Yeah.
So together, you were able to lift it up. You feel like Z might be not helping as much as he could, and as a result of that, you strain yourself and you take one strain.
Okay, yeah.
But you're able to lift this this large chunk of metal onto the grav lift. You see the grav lift like shake as it lands on it, but you're able to activate it, and you'll now be able to trolley it around where you need it to be.
Alright, let's get the other one on the winch. And then we grab lift this one. Yeah. We need I've gone to comms. Zakian, we need you to cut a hole for the next one.
We can just say, for the sake of expediency,
Did we
that
do
you
that?
guys put the other one on the cargo lift, on the grav lift, and so
Yeah.
you don't have to waste time cutting another hole, right?
Oh,
Otherwise, you would have
Yeah,
cut a
yeah,
hole
yeah.
and been like, nah, let's put this one on the grav lift. Oh, now let's cut another hole.
That's a bit of a only fools and horses moment.
I was waiting for that to happen.
Oh, we cut the roll.
So you get it on the grav
That's
lift.
why he
and
went
you
up the
look
roof.
Oh. But you can take the time if you want to lift it
Yeah.
off. Go and get the other one.
The other one, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, let's do
And
that.
now you're going to attach. You're going to put the other radar on the winch lift that goes back up
Yeah.
into the ship. I won't ask you to roll, guys. Carefully place it on the lift. You watch as it begins to ascend up into your ship. Seems like at least one of the two is secured. The other one now, the grav lift, you begin to move the grav lift out across the ash onto the speeder. You, as the grav lift moves along, you see it like the way that the grav lift interacts with the floor. All of the ash on the ground begins to like get parted, leaving behind like a slick, shiny patch of this like obsidian glassed surface of the planet.
Ooh, that's cool.
And you move it up the ramp onto the speeder. It takes up most of the room in the back of the speeder. The speeder itself could probably transport, I mean, you saw at least 6 to 8 stormtroopers get out of it in the previous fight. So there's room for this radar and maybe a couple of you in the back, but not much else. But you're able to get it in there safe enough. Close it up.
I guess also, what can we, if did you say there's not much space for anything else? We can't load up a few.
Maybe 1 or 2 of you could squeeze in here with it, or some extra loot if you wanted to get on
loot,
that.
Yeah.
At this point, would you have instructed Hondo to land the ship again?
Yeah.
Cool. So Hondo lands the ship again in a better position now for the ramp to be right with you. And as he lands, you see the cargo lift, the cargo door open up right in front of the speeder. Perfect placement for it to drive on.
Start loading up the, loading up
Zach,
the speeder.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh god. Oh, I want to check.
I would add some black dice, but because of your superior abilities, you will not need to. I'm ready for you. You hear it ever so faintly.
Oh, you're supposed to hear something.
Can you not hear that?
No.
Like a very faint beeping.
Ah, is it?
Boop,
A tracker.
boop, boop. Coming from inside one of the train carts.
Oh fuck.
Yes, hear that.
None of you can hear it.
That must be going crazy. It sounds like beeping.
Beeping.
Yeah,
Oh.
in one of these carriages.
Can you locate the source?
I'm just gonna walk around, see if it gets hotter or colder.
Yeah, you get into that first carriage where the majority of the loot was, and it's a little louder than when you started, but not a very loud noise from in here. Make your way through into the carriage with the 2 blue containers, and the noise begins to get louder. Make your way past the one with the lid you cut off. Doesn't seem to be coming from here. You walk your way through the carriage to the other container that Took had used the code scrambler on, and that's where you hear it. It's so subtle, so quiet. It's not coming through, is it? Boop, boop. Fucking
Oh, it's the alarm.
The alarm, yeah.
I set up
it's
the
ever
alarm.
so slight. But Zach, can you get this sinking feeling in your stomach, like it's not just an alarm, right?
Oh!
There's a signal being broadcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was a fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
I'm triggered. I'm triggered from yesterday.
Eviscerate.
Oh.
No, there's no explosions, but you do get the impression that that is a transmission beacon signal.
Oh, that cannot be good. Can I shut it down?
With your abilities, I would say that you can get onto the panel that Took it hacked, and you can find the security systems to shut it down. Make a computer check for me, though.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah. Yeah, quick as anything. You get straight stuck into that, and you're able to spend that advantage however you wish as you deactivate the beacon, transmitting the location of the stolen goods.
And I'm gonna go to Took. Have you still got the code scrambler?
I've got the code scrambler. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna say, can I have that?
Have what?
The code scrambler. The code scrambler.
Oh, you found more loot?
Yeah, can I borrow it?
Yeah, what? Sure.
Right, you're not getting that back.
What do you mean?
I think the Empire's on the way.
What? Where? Where are they? What do you mean?
You said there was a transmitter that was sending a signal.
Oh, we gotta get out and just get everything quickly.
Start.
I start running for the other things we've got. Yeah.
You start
Everything
scrambling
we can
for the
hold
loot,
on
and an absolute chaotic 20 minutes passes by as you guys just bundle everything onto the ship and just get everything that you can. You're careful with what you need to be. And just as you guys are finishing loading up, the last crate, the trains are left bare, not a single blaster left behind. That's when you hear it. The sounds of a ship. That dark-coloured Imperial ship just dipping below the ashy, tempestuous skyline, searching for you.
You said what kind of Imperial ship? The one that we recognise?
The dark-coloured Inquisitor
The-
vessel.
Oh shit.
But that's where we'll leave it this week.
Oh.
Fucking Took.
It's fun though.
There we go. The loot is on the ship, but more complications. We will see how this plays out.
Never easy.
Thanks for playing tonight, guys. I had a blast. I hope you had fun.
A lot of fun.
Let's go ahead and have 5 experience each this evening. Unless anyone feels like they deserve any bonus.
For beating Zakian in the race to open the crates, which I certainly had no negative impacts. Only positive impacts.
What about, because I learnt what a void is?
Absolutely, that's minus 5 HP for having that conversation to everyone apart from Galal.
I think we should have a showdown on this planet with this Inquisitor.
What a cool backdrop for it, to be fair.
It would be. I love this. I love this planet. The whole city.
You're assuming that's singular.
Yeah, Toju.
If Toju is not on that goddamn ship and he doesn't slaughter us all, you better TPK us with Toju, otherwise I'm not going to be impressed by this campaign, Mitch.
I mean,
that's how it ends.
You know that there's not a
Rogue
single life
Oneers.
form on board. You know that.
Oh yeah, that is true.
You reached out and you definitely got more than one. But we will see how that goes next week. I'm excited to see how that happens. Thank you so much for playing with me this evening, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put the links to the Twitch channels in the chat. As you can see, Muttwood there. You can see Dirty 20 live. 30 live, no.
Dirty 30.
Dirty.
I always get dirty at the 30.
The Pain Master 69. The Pain Master 98. Sam.
JK penis.
PP.
I'm CBT, cock and ball torture.
Hey.
Sam, JKP, as well as JM Top _ who was not here this evening, but he will be back with us next week, I believe. Jay's not with us next week.
No, I'm not.
That's gonna be so sad. But unless there's anything else anyone needs to say, I believe that is...
Misa Filio Void.
with a large lightsaber. We will see how that goes next week. But until then, stay safe, and may the Force be with you. Bye-bye.